Hello and welcome back to Carlos and Lisa. I'm Lisa Remillard.
And I'm Carlos Amezcua. It's nice to have you with us. How did all of a sudden it's the holidays? How did that happen?
It just hit me in the face.
It's summer and then boom, it's the holidays.
It's amazing. My phone just rang.
We're supposed to spread, cheer and spend time with our families and be happy, that whole thing.
But here's the truth. The truth is that the holidays are freaking stressful. Turns out we are all feeling the stress. That's because of the pressure to overspend, which basically means we are spending more on all kinds of things in this holiday season than our budget allows.
Linus in the Peanuts cartoon says, we're just becoming too materialistic.
Yes, Linus.
Bankrate.com just released a new study that finds nearly 2/3 of U.S. adults say they feel pressure to overspend during the holidays, and more than half have been pushed to splurge on presents.
So we spoke with Bankrate.com's Adrian Garcia about why that is.
Well, I think we always want to give our friends, family, and loved ones a gift that really makes them happy. And we feel the pressure to top what we did last year. So some of it comes from us. But we also live in the social media age where we see influencers and some of our friends getting things like the new iPhone, cars with bows on them. And so we also have the pressure coming from there as well.
Cars with bows on them?
Okay, look, let me tell you something. I have never received a car with a bow on it.
Yeah,
I've always
just
wanted
a Lexus
that,
commercial.
and I've always wanted one, and it has never come my way. You know why? Because it's not a thing.
But
it's only a thing on television.
It's an expectation because the fantasy world of TV and movies
and social media
makes it look like unless you do something grandiose,
it doesn't count.
How isn't that possible?
I don't know.
How did that happen?
It's really hard to separate the world of television and commercials and what you think you want, like bright, shiny toys, but what's the reality of? And the problem is that all of this expectation is causing us to try and keep up and spend a bunch of money that we don't have.
Yeah.
So
I have a lot of grandkids.
You do.
And a lot of kids, grandkids.
You have a lot of kids and a lot of grandkids.
And how many gifts do I give? 0.
Really?
I'm not a gift giver.
I know you're not.
I believe that giving time is more important than giving stuff. Stuff the kids aren't going to care about, stuff they're not going to,
Is that just your way of not going to shop for presents?
Yes.
That's what I thought.
The truth is that I like small gifts that are somewhat meaningful. And so, I'll go buy the boys little cars and buy the little girls dolls. And that's just me. If I actually remember to do that.
That's the truth. That's the truth.
The truth is my wife helps me with a lot of that. But I'm not a natural gift giver. I don't know why. Maybe it's just because my dad was like that. And,
Well, listen.
Who knows?
So the problem is that
that doesn't mean I'm Scrooge. I love Christmas.
No, I know you do. I know, but for example, for you, you have so many kids and grandkids. If you get one, you got to get one for everybody.
I got to get 17.
You got to. Yes, exactly. So that's the issue there. Now, in our family, the gift giving thing, we are very clear about a budget. There's a budget.
I think that's a good idea.
Because
no more than X.
Yeah, correct. No more than X. And we only give gifts to the kids. At this point, we don't give gifts to the adults anymore.
Oh, you don't? Okay.
Well, I take that back. I don't give gifts to my brother and sister-in-law because throughout the year I give gifts to the kids and all of that and their anniversary and all this stuff, but they give me a gift from the kids.
Oh, that's
fun. Like an auntie gift from the kids.
I get that.
So I get that, and then of course I give Christmas gifts to the kids.
Yeah.
But,
at one point, you just have to think about what works for the family.
Yeah.
And realize that you have to work within a budget.
Yeah.
And I see people going into debt for Christmas.
Yes.
Which is crazy.
It's a thing. So now, because of that very reason, people are starting to consider another alternative for the holidays that in the past would have been kind of taboo. Things like doing what Carlos does, just getting rid of gifts altogether. No gifts for anybody. 16% of people in the survey said that they would be willing to boycott gift giving altogether.
I'm in the minority there.
Yeah.
24% said they are willing to re-gift, and 19% would consider buying used or secondhand items to save money.
Some other options: take advantage of sales. Obviously, the Black Friday sales and all the sales around it are always really good. Limit gift giving to just the kids, or maybe do the Secret Santa, though I have just read a new study that said Secret Santa gives millennials anxiety. That's a true story. So,
heavens, I don't want to give any millennial anxiety. My goodness, yeah.
I know. So Adrian says that the sacrifices can be well worth it when it comes to your budget down the road.
We don't want you to be paying your presents off in March, April. We definitely do not want you to be using credit cards where you're having to pay interest months down the line. These are two things that maybe come December and November sound like a good idea, but you're going to wake up January with a little bit of a headache if that's a route you go.
Apparently, the financial stress of the holidays is not just limited to gift giving. Bankrate.com found that charitable giving is stressful as well, with 36% of those who give to charity feeling pressure to give more than they can during the holidays.
So you have to, and when we talked to Bankrate, they were saying, you just have to put it all into perspective.
Yeah.
And like what you normally do for the holidays, take into consideration your actual budgetary needs to live, your household, and then set aside some for your kids and for the presents and for charity that you do, but you have to just discipline yourself to say, I can't.
But if you go to church, sometimes the pastor makes you feel guilty if you don't give a little extra at the holidays so that they can do what they need to do. So you do feel a little pressure there. You do feel a little pressure from some of the commercials that are on TV about giving, to charitable foundations and things like that. So all those external pressures are working on you.
Yeah. So you have to just be strong in what you can and cannot do, and if you cannot do it, then you have to say no, because like Adrian was saying, like the last thing you want is to be paying off the holidays in March and April. Like that's not going to be good. So also the other thing that you feel pressured on to spend money is travel. So like you have to go to grandma's house, and grandma's house is in Idaho, and now all of a sudden you got to ship the whole family there.
Everybody's got to go up there,
So that's a problem too. Adrian says it is important that we just have honest conversations with ourselves about what we can actually afford.
This is a wonderful time of the year. It's magical, but we still need to be realistic, and don't forget your budget. Look and see how much you actually have to put up towards gifts, towards travel, towards charity. And then you could be mindful as you head into the holidays. Make sure you don't forget your budget. And there's also just tips and tricks, like maybe you need to use a sale or limit your friends and family, limit gift giving to children. Best financial practices don't go out the window just because it's the holidays.
It's like Clark W. Griswold when he gets his Christmas bonus and he already pictures the swimming pool in the backyard. That's pressure.
Don't go that route. Do not go that
Russ,
route.
can't you just see the pool out there?
Russ, good talk, Russ. Good talk. Good talk.
Just, watch it. Don't feel pressure.
And Keisha, our favorite marriage and family counselor, Keisha Amezcua, would be proud of us in saying, have an open and honest conversation with the family,
if you can.
And say, let's talk about what we are all able to do this holiday. Maybe if you bring it up to everybody, and discuss it, everybody will be relieved, like, thank gosh, somebody brought it up.
Yeah. That's a good way to look at it, and just kind of be open about it and realize, hey, look, this year I've decided to change things, blah blah blah. Instead of making everyone feel like they had to do the thing. So I'm going to stick with my policy.
Just don't do anything.
Just a little bit of everything, a little bit for everyone.
Or a little bit of nothing.
And tell you, you know what? I love you. You're special to me. Merry Christmas.
That's not going to work for your grandchildren, the little ones, Carlos. They're going to be like, where's my toy, Grandpa Carlos?
Okay, so I'll buy them big boxes, and I'll put another little box in the middle until it gets all down to the little gift, right?
That would be really bad, too.
Torture.
All right, we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back.
We'll be thinking about you at Christmas.
He won't.